Hey everybody, welcome back to the Race 5 Smokehouse and Grill, and today we are making these direct heat pork steaks on the Weber Smokey Mountain. Let's go! So I was recently inspired by a video by Wilson's Barbecue where he was hanging out down in Austin, Texas, making pork steaks on a Chud Box. If you don't know what a Chud Box is, check out his video. You'll see what it is. But basically it's direct heat cooking, but where you can go somewhat low and slow, but still direct heat, and you get the drippings from the meat onto the coals directly, and you get amazing flavor. You cook steaks this way a lot, never cooked a pork steak this way. So I saw the video, said I had to try it. So I went to my local butcher, Freedom Butchers, and I had my friend Joe slice up some pork steaks out of these beautiful pork butts. And these things are gorgeous. And I've cooked these pork butts before and they're fantastic. So I'm super excited about how these are gonna come out. So first thing I'm gonna do is season these up. And I'm gonna season them like a typical pork butt. I'm gonna be using Pork Mafia's Memphis Mud. And I'm gonna hit it with some black pepper because I love pepper on my steak. So I'm gonna treat these just like cooking steaks. They're nice and thick, almost 2 inches thick each. These three are about 3.5 pounds total. This did come from bone-in pork butt. So let's season this up first. Gonna hit it liberally on all sides. Then we're gonna hit it with a quick hit of this 16 mesh Pork Mafia black pepper. Now do the same to the other side. Now these have the nice fat cap on here. I didn't trim these at all. These were literally taken out of the package, cut into steaks, and we're gonna see how this turns out. Again, hit all sides. All the sides that are gonna be eaten, you wanna season. These are seasoned up, ready to go. We're gonna let these set up while we get our Weber Smokey Mountain fired up. Typically with the Weber Smokey Mountain, there's some sort of heat deflector, either the lava lock or the water pan that comes with it. We're not using any of that today. We're starting with an empty bottom. We're gonna hit it with some unlit Jealous Devil. Then we're gonna throw a full chimney of lit charcoal on top of that, spread it out so we get nice uniform heat all throughout the chamber, and it's gonna travel straight up. So as this is cooking and rendering, that fat is going to drip down and smoke up and give some great flavor. So we're going to let this continue to set up. I'm not quite sure how hot this grill's going to run at, so we're going to see. So let's go get that Weber fired up and then get these on the grill. We've got the Weber fired up. These pork steaks are looking great. That rub is really set up on them. Now it's time to put them on. I do have a couple temp probes in there. Currently the grill's saying it's at about 350. Perfect, that's what it's gonna run at. That's what we're gonna cook it at. Let's get these steaks on. I am going to temp probe just one of them right in the middle here, just so I can keep an eye on the internal temps. And I'm going to leave this guy on the grate here, just so I can monitor temp of the grill. We're going to close this up and come back in a half an hour or so to give it a spritz and check on the color that's forming and see if we have to flip it or anything else. So let's close this up and let's go make up a spritz. So we are going to make up a spritz to keep this nice and moist on that surface as it's cooking up with that direct heat. I'm not going by any measurements. I'm just making up what looks good and smells good and sounds good to me. So I'm going to start with some apple cider vinegar. Do maybe a cup, 2 cups. We'll start with about a cup. Got some hot sauce. I have some Texas Pete's, which is similar to what they use in that Wilson's video. Just gonna dump that in there, not a ton left. A little onion powder and a little garlic powder. I think that's gonna be it for now. We'll see. Smells great. Let's give it a little mix here. I am gonna hit it with some water to dilute and to give more volume of the spritz here so I don't have to keep making it. So all in all, we're at about 2.5 cups of spritz here. Just give it a mix until things are dissolved. Now, if you have a favorite mop sauce or anything else, your favorite Spritz, go ahead and use it for this. This is the perfect time. Whatever you like on your pork, go ahead and hit it up. Perfect, gonna put it in our spray bottle. Try not to make too much of a mess. Like I've done it before. Now we're gonna use this for the cook, and it's only been about maybe 10 minutes since we put those on. We have our Spritz made up. Always a good idea to give it a good shake each time you're gonna use it. So we'll come back when it's time to give it its first Spritz and take a look at it after about a half hour worth of cooking and see how it's coming out. We'll be back. The temp on this Weber Smokey Mountain has gotten pretty far up there. I've never seen it this hot before. It's about 385. So I did turn the vent on top to about a quarter of the way open, restrict some of the airflow, hopefully get that heat to die down a little bit. But you know, we're going for a hot and fast as it is. We're gonna roll with what the smoker gives us. So it's time to spritz. Been about that half hour. The meat's reading about 130 in the one piece that we're temping. Let's go ahead, spritz, flip, and then spritz, close it back down again. And we don't wanna have this open for too long because we don't want that heat to really fire up, because with extra oxygen it could get really, really hot and out of control. So we're going to try to do this quickly. It is looking delicious. Oh yeah. Wow, that looks amazing. Wow. Wow, those look amazing. I can't wait till these are done and we get to try them. So we're gonna keep it closed down. We're gonna flip it probably a couple more times throughout the cook until it gets to about 190 or so. We don't really wanna get it to where it's shred apart tender like we normally do with a pork butt, you know, because we are going to slice this and eat it like a steak. I'm probably looking in that 190, 195 range. Going to pull it off, wrap it in some foil, let that heat come down on it again. We'll be back when we take our final look and wrap them up and let you know how long they went and what we do when we wrap them. We'll be right back. We are back and these are looking fantastic. They're probing right where we want them, around 185, 190. Juicy as can be looking. We have that nice crust that's developed from kind of smoking but direct heat, so it's kind of the best of both worlds here. I did happen to sneak a little piece of the fat that fell off and oh my gosh, is it good. Right now we're gonna wrap it and let it rest, let that carryover cooking continue, and in about a half hour, we're gonna open them up and eat them. So let's wrap these up real quick. Now I do have a little bit of our spritz left, so I am going to just put a little bit of that in here as well. Just enough, just enough. Oh, these are feeling great. These are ready to rest. Again, we'll leave them maybe half hour, 45 minutes, somewhere between half hour and an hour, and then we're gonna slice into them and try them. So we'll be back when it's time to slice and try. These are done, looking amazing. I mean, look at that color and look at the juices on here. I'm super excited to get into these. So I'm gonna move a couple of these off to the side here. Super tender. And I'm just gonna slice into these using my Kendrick barbecue knife. This knife is amazing. Best knife I own. We're just gonna slice in. Oh yeah. It's starting to hit the bone there, but let's take a look at this. Oh wow, that color, oh yeah. I'm definitely gonna have to keep doing this, get more pork butts cut into steaks. This is phenomenal. You get everything all in one. You get the juiciness of that pork butt. Using the Smoky Mountain as a direct heat method really worked well because you get a flavor you normally don't get with the Weber Smokey Mountain. You get that direct heat where the drippings hit the coals and you get a little extra char on there. Man, that's good. And that fat, that outside fat, Try this at home. Let me know what you guys think. I appreciate y'all for checking it out. Follow me on social media. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, please. Really lets us know we're doing something good here. And again, I appreciate y'all for checking it out. Take care, everybody. Peace.